now, ladies and gentlemen, we're back on air in this media communication course live from Helsinki, Finland, all the way to Lithuania. Hello, Lithuania. What did you say?
That was like that. Hello.
What is he saying, Gites? I cannot hear. Gites.
Sorry.
What? I couldn't hear that. What did he say?
They say really quietly hello. Most of them are maybe dead or something.
No. Yes, so now this is our chance because we are multimedia people. We have to know how to present, right?
Yeah.
We have to have voice, presentation skills, facial expressions. So of course we have to know the technical things, right? How to produce a video, how to do this, whatever task is on Photoshop or whatever, Illustrator, InDesign, whatnot. But it would be great to have also some presentation skills, don't you think?
Yeah, of course.
So my point here for this course is that I will give you some theoretical, a few, and some also different set of skills, such as this presentation skills. I'm very happy I've seen a couple of you sent already your assignments, and I've received very nice assignments, multimedia presentations, so keep them coming. When was that deadline? Let me think here, check. Gites, have you done your assignment?
Yes, but it's on my computer, so I have to take a little bit time to transfer it to Moodle.
Yeah, what happens is that there might be an issue with Moodle in terms of the space. I have given the assignments the maximum space that it's allowed there by the platform. But of course, if you have like really heavy files, you can send me a WeTransfer, or if it's a video, I suggest that what I think, and I told to one student already, is that you could, let's say, upload your video in some kind of cloud-based service, and then in Moodle what you could do is that open a Word document and then paste me that link, so that because I put all the grades in Moodle, and if you send me an email, Moodle looks empty. So then I have to check who sent me an email. Is this the real person, or is there two people with the name Midaugas? And there's a little bit confusion. But if you send me something, I suggest that you can also put a note in Moodle that here's the link, you can find it there. If it's a YouTube, it's a private video on YouTube, check it out from there. So whatever platform. So find a platform that somehow you can export and copy-paste me a link in a Word document in Moodle. Is this clear?
Yes.
Is everyone clear from the class?
Yes.
You can nod your head or speak? Yeah, very good. Because that, for terms of transparency, you know, it's clear that the student has completed all the assignments. Moodle shows me then the report, and if somebody wants to look that up, it's very clear for everyone. I don't put grades from my head, but here's the assignments, and if somebody wants to check, here they are. But if it's on my email somewhere, people can say, did I receive it? Do I receive it in time? Where is it? It went to my spam. So to avoid this situation, so let's aim at putting some link in Moodle. And very good. Then the VARC questionnaires, 33 results I've had. For the personal brand and visual identity assignment, I have only 17 assignments, which means that I should have way more. Make sure that you do this assignment also. I've seen some really nice creative ones. I will ask you and discuss with you, and I would like to present some of your work to others, the same way that we would do in class if we would be there in person, right? I would ask you to present your work, and you should be able to take feedback from the Rokas, yeah, thank you. Please, you unmute your microphone.
We can't hear you.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, now we can hear you.
Yeah. So remember that you can mute your microphones. Of course, we can also mute, but don't mute other people's microphones. So let me hear from Gites. At least I want Gites, you to have your mic on, because I can hear like the whole class from your computer.
Yeah.
Yeah, so leave that on, please. And then the rest, if they want to talk, they can open it up. Good. So remember, put the assignments back in Moodle. And then the other task that we had to do, let me share my screen so that you see my Moodle. Do you see my Moodle now?
Yes, we see.
Yeah. So I have sent you a link in the discussion forum, and I've asked you to share there the pair or small group that you've had. The link should be working now. It's the editable link. So some people have put some names there. So what I would like is that this document is filled in with names. So can we take now some time and you fill it in? Do you have your teams already? So please go to this link from Moodle. It's on the discussion forum. So open all your laptops now. Find a pair. This is a task we had to do last time, but now we have to make sure the document is filled up. Click on this share document link, and then it opens to you Google Doc Excel. So now the thing is that you have to find another person or a couple of people and add the names of your pair or team in the right slot after you have chosen the theory you want to visualize. So let's say you want to work for this theory. You write your name in this box or in that box. So all these boxes have to be filled in. First come, first serve. Put your names there, please. Now. So everyone who's watching this hangout also from somewhere else, please follow the same instructions. Here it is. Let me see this filled in. Discuss now with your colleagues who would like to work with who. So fill in this green space. Is Amandas now in class, or is he working from?
Yes, he is.
Amandas, with who are you working with?
Alone so far.
Do you want to work individually?
No, not really. Just don't know who is in the groups.
No, ask someone next to you. Ask somebody who would like to work with you.
Alright.
Who would like to work with Amandas? Gita, where are you?
I'm right here.
No, where are you on the form?
I'm just typing now.
Okay. I want everyone in the class now to have the names there, so I give you 5 minutes.
I just be right back soon.
And if somebody is not in class today and they're your friends, and you can text them and say, do you want to work with me? Can I put your name here? You know, so you can be active and take initiative. But okay. So only one slot. Put in one cell the 2-3 names of the people you're working with. And ask people who are not there today to join you. Has everyone put their names who is already in the class or not yet?
So, could I do it for myself?
Yes, of course.
Okay, I don't have ID for Enter Moodle, so can you just do it for me?
Yes.
Why can you not enter Moodle?
Me.
Yeah, hi.
Didn't see it.
Why can you not enter Moodle?
I don't know, I still don't have any ID, so...
They didn't give you from the school? How is that possible?
No.
Are you an exchange student or?
Yes, Erasmus.
Okay.
Come here.
Could you ask them today still, please?
Then I will tell my cathedral manager that she give you a Moodle account as fast as
I
possible.
already asked the coordinator Huta.
Yeah, it's okay. Yeah,
Yes.
and I will ask once more that you should have all the information that we have. Because all the information we have only in Moodle. We don't have
Yes,
like
yes,
in a
yes,
Facebook
yes.
group or somewhere else.
Okay,
But I think you can find older lectures in YouTube. So you can. We have already done 2 lectures, and I think we have all the lecture in YouTube, so you can watch.
But of course, it's important. Sorry, what's your name?
Erika,
Erika, where are you from?
Portugal.
Portugal. So please, Gitas, also help her, and you can ask once more because it's important that you find there's way more material in Moodle. In YouTube, it's only these live sessions that we have now. These are recorded as videos and exported in YouTube, but all the assignments and everything are in Moodle. So I would say today, you and all exchange students who don't have, they have to absolutely have an access. Otherwise, you'll be a little bit behind. It's not fair then to rush last moment.
Okay.
Yeah, so try with Gitas there to find some solution, but you can yourself be active and go tell and say that what's happening, why I don't have my information yet.
I already has the coordinator Huta
Huh?
ID to enter Moodle. I'm now waiting, I guess.
Okay, all right.
Maybe you can write down your contacts. So I will go to Media Technology Cathedral and I will try to make it a little bit faster. Just your name and maybe email. So can contact you later.
And then Gitas, you have to ask Kolegija to give you a job.
Sorry?
You have to ask the school to give you a job then afterwards.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah? I will recommend you. How about the rest of the class? Have you put all of you the names in the file, in the shared document? The ones that have Moodle can access the document?
Try to contact them as fast as possible. So I think maybe you will have a code for tomorrow or for Thursday.
Okay.
And Gites, you can already send the link. This is a shared document. You can share this to Erika already or to anyone who doesn't have. Or if you give me her email, I can do that. So.
Yeah, I think I will send their contacts for you, but I try to make it a little bit faster for her to make a Moodle account.
Of course. But when it comes to this now, this document that we're filling in, has everyone who sits there today, Erika, what would you like to take? Where could we put your name? I can write your name here.
No, she already written her name from my computer, so. It's
okay. All right. Do I see it here somewhere? Let me see. But where is her name in this file? I don't see it.
It was 4th group, I think.
Shannon and Weaver.
4th is Katz and Lazarfeld now. 4th team, but I don't see here anything now. Do you?
Yes. I don't know. I'd say I will write down once more.
Yes.
Yeah. Is anyone else, Erika, exchange student who doesn't have Moodle access yet?
This.
Yes, you can just use Erika Tavares. It's not needed. Erika Isabel Nevsda.
Oh, okay.
It's okay, I've done this. Let's now...
only one from Erasmus?
I think not. I think there's one guy called Denius or something like that also. But
yeah, but these guys need to be in class. Erika, these students, they have to be in class and they have to ask information from me or manage to follow the class, yeah? So they have to come to the lectures, whether it's virtual or whether it's accessing the Moodle. So it's up to them to figure out now to get all the right access. And of course they have the schedule, why they're not here today. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can.
Yeah. Why the other students are not there today? Don't they know the schedule?
No, everyone knows, but I don't know why.
Okay. Do you see me, by the way?
Yes.
Okay. All right. So most of you have done the division. That's something. Now let's go to where we left off last time. So some of you, if there are new faces, my name is Krista Skodra. I'm from Finland. I'm from Greece originally, but I live in Finland. And last time we spoke about the media industry, media communication, and we have some leftovers that we didn't touch upon. So I would like to share my screen and continue from where I left off last time. So let me now show you my Prezi. Do you see now my Prezi on your screens?
Yes.
Okay, good. So what I would like to talk to you today, because last time we spoke about mainly communication, the levels of communications, the different perceptions of communication. So this course is called Media Communication. So as multimedia technology students, I expect that you have an understanding of what we mean by saying media. Okay? So what does media mean? What does media mean? Can somebody also open their computers, their microphones, and try to communicate? Can you name some of the media?
It's like video media, photographics. Like, I don't know how exactly to say in English, but it's.
Mm-hmm. Erika, can you come to a computer, please? To a desk that has a computer on. Don't sit there by yourself. I hear your voice, or who spoke now? Was it Erika? Try to sit in, fill in the tables where people have the connection on. So let me ask, perhaps I can select Midaugas. How about you? Give us some media.
Yeah, it's
Hi.
means of communicating with variety of media, visual.
Yeah. It's a little bad connection, but we heard something. You said, I think, video, audio, right?
Can be written, it can be
Written.
pictures, everything can be media.
Everything can be media, yeah, that transfers a message, yeah. So if we go back to this presentation here, so last time we even distinguished from the Latin word medium, right? One medium and many media, right? So remember that distinction. Same thing with the word forum. One forum, many fora. Okay, it's not many forums that you see often. Of course, now this word make it into the dictionary, but in any case, so when we're talking about media, I have here a few distinctions. So there's a division between traditional media, and those would be what? What are the traditional media that have existed already for quite a few decades, so that they become established, they become a tradition in our everyday lives? Can someone open their mic? For instance, let me hear from Mantas. How about Mantas? Traditional media? if you could unmute your mic. We cannot hear Mandas. Mandas?
I think he don't have a microphone. Looks like he is connected from home.
Okay. All right, Mandas, we'll leave you for today. How about Selina? Traditional media. Selina, can you hear me? Selina, can you hear me?
I chose your.
I'm Erica.
So who is sitting there? Is it Selina? No, the girl, the only girl there. So yes, you. Who?
Erica.
Erica.
Yeah.
Okay. But it says Selina there, that's why. So Selina, tell us a little bit. Traditional media.
Yes.
What are the traditional media?
Traditional media might be letters, maybe?
Pardon?
And the letters.
Letters. Letters.
It must be like traditional ways to transmit some message.
If we think about mass radio, yeah, if we think about mass communication, radio, yes. What else? TV, What else?
Phones?
Yes. What else when we talk about mass communication? TV, radio, and what's the whole triad?
Newspapers.
Yeah, magazines, newspapers, the other print media. So radio, good, thank you, Selina. So radio and TV are broadcast media, and then the from the traditional media, and then press, printed is the printed media. Yes, good. But then we have this something called new media, and I think perhaps everyone is familiar. I can take it from here because of the connection. So new media, thanks to the internet and the use of technology, new media incorporates everything else that has been added and you're familiar with, you're studying with, and also social media is a part of the new media. However, it grows so much in importance that I would say it's even a category of its own. So what we will talk about today, and there are some terms that you need to know as multimedia students and soon graduates. Of course, those terms are in English and they might be a little bit difficult to understand, but we will try to demystify and explain those terms, because you might work, first of all, those terms are coined, they were created originally in English, therefore they are in this language. But also it's good for you to know because they capture interesting thoughts that should concern all the media professionals. And maybe you have some synonyms in your own language, but also it's good to know in English, in their original language, that they were conceived in order for you to be able to communicate and feel comfortable when talking with other people or reading some articles or books or going in a conference one day or a trade fair if you go to the CES in Las Vegas or the CeBIT in Hanover in Germany if you like technology, or any other local fairs in your city or national fairs in your country. It's good to talk to people and understand this terminology. Not only you sound smart, but they give you some confidence that you know your field very well. So you're not only able to do things, but you're able to discuss ideas. So the first term is the term convergence, from the verb to converge, which means to fuse, to mix together, to bring together. Then we talk about the participatory culture, a sense of democratization of society, where people are participating in the content creation. We touched upon this in the previous session as well. Then we talked about the new concept of prosumer, a word that comes from two words, the word producer and consumer. So people are not just consuming passively the news, the content, the information, but they're actually acting as producers. So you are a generation of producers. Also in the first task, I asked you to become producers, to produce your own multimedia presentation. Some of you did an amazing job. I was very proud to see what you came up with. And I didn't give you so many instructions so that I can see what you're capable of for the first task, because I don't know you. This is the first time that we're meeting, I mean, in this virtual course. So I haven't been with you from the very beginning of your studies. And then concentration of media and dispersion is something that we will talk about. So when we talk about media convergence, there's a question there asking where old and new media, this traditional and new media, meet or collide. So do they just meet or they crash? To collide means to crash. So let's take a look a little bit at some dimensions of media convergence. So first of all, we have a technological dimension, which means the combination of computing, communication, and content around digital media platforms that provide this networking. So if we think about the traditional media, it's not anymore just the TV, just the radio, just the printed press, but technologies are coming together. Content is coming together to different platforms or in the same platform, and with the help of this dimension, the technological dimension, is combined and repurposed in a new, meaningful way. So it's not just content just for the radio, just for TV, just for newspapers. So a newspaper article for media, for printed media, a radio show for a radio channel, and a TV program for TV. But how do content is played nowadays in this era of media convergence through digital media platforms and distributed in different channels. Second of all, we will open this up more, and I have a piece of reading for you that I want you to read. It's really eye-opening. Is a dimension of the convergence of the industries. So you see now that established media institutions are being behind compared to new digital-based companies such as Google, Apple, and Microsoft, that now they are the significant media content providers. So here is a picture that I have that shows Google in the middle, and around Google all the hundreds of companies, and maybe this is even outdated. Maybe this maybe Google has even more nowadays, and I see that there are some things missing from this already. So these are all the companies, or some of the companies, that Google owns and projects that is involved and companies that is active in. So actually Google is currently is not just a search engine, it's the biggest media company of the world. So this is what we're talking about when we're thinking about concentration. So on one hand, we have the concentration of media that coming together under Google's umbrella, and on the other hand, we're talking about this dispersion, how diverse you see the projects and companies are, from sites and services and apps down below in the blue. Can you see my screen?
Now we see you.
Okay, but I was showing this. Did it stop now? I was just, you should have you ever seen my, do you see it now? Do you see my screen now?
Yes, we see.
So this is what I was showing. This is all the company. Can you see now my screen, or did we lose the connection?
Sorry?
Do you see now Google, what I'm showing you?
No, we see you again.
I don't know what happens. Wait a second. We should be able to share my screen.
Now we see your screen.
Okay. So here's what I'm talking about. Here is Google in the middle, and then you see the concentration of all companies that Google owns or is part of. So there's hundreds and hundreds of companies that make Google into a really big company, the biggest media company of our times. And that, for instance, so Google, and of course, who doesn't have a Gmail nowadays, right? Hotmail used to be a cool thing back in the days, but now, you know, if you have a Hotmail account, people will look at you maybe weirdly, or people, if you send something, let's say, to a job by a Hotmail account, it doesn't look very credible. Sometimes I have students sending me emails from some Hotmail email that blue-eyed girl 92 at hotmail.com. It doesn't look professional, does it? So everyone has a Gmail nowadays. Everyone is familiar with Google Plus, whether it is or it's not used. It's not growing so popular, but in any case, this very Google Hangout on air that we are now, it runs on Google's platform, therefore. And when Google bought YouTube, the smart thing that happened was that these Google Hangouts on air are exported to my YouTube channel, to every user's YouTube channel. So Google bought YouTube, so now our Google Hangout will be on YouTube. So you see now the convergence, right? It's not just a search engine. It has emails, it has shared documents, it has video search engines like and content production companies like YouTube, right? Everything from marketing and advertising, from AdWords to different other projects that Google is all the time active. Software and technology program, the Google Glass, for example, different sites, different services, different apps, right? So this is something that when we're talking about convergence. What does that mean? So this is what I want you to keep in mind also when we're talking about concentration of media. And then, not this one here. So we were there in the industrial part, how companies of established media institutions are giving now their turn to digital-based companies like Google and Apple and Microsoft, and those companies now they're becoming the most significant media content providers. It's not nowadays the newspapers or the TV channels, but they're this new digital-based companies. Then we have the dimension, the third dimension of the social. So the rise of social networks and social network media creates also this generation of where it's called the Generation C, where C stands for content. People born between 1982 and 1995. Do you belong to this generation? Are you born in those dates? Years?
Yeah.
Yeah, probably most of you. I think we discussed last time as well. So you're Generation C, the content generation, where you become producers of your own content. Not only consuming movies and playing games that others make, but maybe you have an interest to create your own app, to make your own film, to make your own song if you're talented in music, right? So you are this social and content generation that can have a YouTube channel and a SoundCloud and a Vimeo account and put all their work there as producers. And then there's the fourth dimension of the textual, which means that now content is reused and repurposed and mushed up, so the mush up concept, into different forms, into a term that is called transmedia, which includes stories, sounds, images, so therefore text, sound, image, graphics, whatnot. So basically, as you're learning in your multimedia studies that how to engage different types of contents and different formats that can be uploaded, shared across different platforms. Of course, there are some native content that, for instance, maybe some game can be played for this console and with this specific device and joystick and control and this and that. But the trend is that companies, they're trying to find a way to find more platforms available for their product. And if that's not possible, then they have to invent such products. Then I want to go to what this new media means in creating, and what does that mean in our changes in society that we're experiencing. We talked about these 4 dimensions of media convergence. And here there's 4 different dimensions of how new media is creating change. So for instance, many people are even fearful of the fact that there are so many spheres, the blogospheres, the social media networks, and all these hundreds or the tens of emails that we have as users, so that they might be afraid that monitoring could be something that we are concerned about. Like, who is monitoring? What are we doing online? Where do we log in? From which place do we log in when we make a Facebook status update? From where do we check our Gmail? Do we use Chrome, or do we use Internet Explorer, or do we use Firefox, or what? So that's something that causes change to our own online identity, and that can have pros and cons, advantages and disadvantages. Another change is a change that happens in the society at large, that the new media is said to have been breaching the digital divide. And by digital divide, I mean the digital gap between the people that have and the people that do not have. So the distance between, let's say, the rich and the poor. Because regardless of whether you're very rich or very poor, even if you have still a modem connection in some faraway country where the connections are not good, still you're able to create an account on this, to create an email, a Gmail, to create your social media accounts, unless, of course, in your country the social media is forbidden. Countries like China, my good friend Lynn, a nice girl we studied together, she moved back from Finland to China, and I'm so upset that I cannot chat with her on Facebook anymore because Facebook is not allowed in China, and she's very rarely there, and I'm always concerned that, are you okay? Is everything okay? And I'm afraid that that's perhaps some situation. I wouldn't like to live in this kind of situation, but that's the society that it's quite special in that regard. In some other societies, they have restrictions to access for their people. But in any case, in general, the social media are offering this democratic way of engaging and networking and communicating with people all over the world. And this access to information is full access to anyone. Nobody will restrict your access to a book or a Wikipedia page or whatever content there is online based on how you look and where are you from, unless the content is very specific for certain audiences. And again, you see here there's always this little but. For instance, you might feel that, or have you encountered the fact that maybe exchange students might connect with that. So for instance, if you try to watch something from your country, let's say from Portugal, you want to watch your favorite series from a TV channel that you've been following back home, let's say, maybe that access is restricted from Lithuania. So then again, yes, full access to information, but to which information? And again, you see the traditional media, like TV channels, they're putting some restrictions for who is allowed to use that content or not. These are up for debate and discussions, all these points, but in general, I hope you understand the point of that new media is bringing to our society today. Collective intelligence, so that's another plus. For instance, all this crowd sourcing. Are you familiar with the term crowdsourcing?
Yeah.
Yeah. To crowdsource means to create from the power of crowd, from a large amount of people dispersed in space, so from different places around a city, a nation, the world. So from a crowd, I collect knowledge and make something useful. For instance, when the latest book of Harry Potter was published in English, of course, the original language. Within a day, it was translated, all this big book, the brick, into Chinese. With the power, of course that's illegal, but some people got their hands on copies of the book, and they started translating a few pages each. Okay, so if you have 100 people translating 5 pages each, you have 500 pages ready translation in a day, obviously, right? So you play with the numbers, and of course China has the capacity of the numbers. Lots of people and very well educated people, and therefore very quickly you can have good results. And again, it's not an official translation, it's not something legal, but that showcased the power of the crowd. Not to mention crowdfunding and all this collective will to make things happen. So donating to certain causes that believing in, or investing, actually giving money to companies that we believe in, the products we believe in, and then the return of this, let's say, Kickstarter campaigns and all that would be that maybe we'd be the first ones to get that product when, if ever, is if it goes into production. And then identity construction. This is to build our own identities, or to this, of course, now we go a little bit theoretically, perhaps, but some of you maybe, I think we have some gamers in the class, right? Are some of you who like to play games?
Yeah!
Yes. What games do you play?
FPS, FPS. No League of Legends.
I don't hear very well, but Gita,
Yes.
what was it said?
I think they talk most about the computer games.
Computer games, yes. So different identities there, and our own identities are how they tie this together. Yes. So I'm afraid I cannot hear you somehow. If you would try to speak to your computers, but it might echo. So that's why we can ask it a little bit to transfer your words. Otherwise, I don't get so clear sound from the class, unfortunately. Now, one interesting concept that I want you to remember is this digital renaissance. And in the Renaissance times, when we're talking about the Renaissance woman or the Renaissance man, the Renaissance person, we're talking about a person who is multi-talented. I want you to remember this. So the Renaissance man was a multi-talented person. The digital renaissance and the digital renaissance person is a person also that is able to multitask and a multi-talented person. And I think your group is a good example of this type of people, digital renaissance people, where we have content from different media platforms, repurposed, reused. When we have the audience producing the content from the grassroots level, producing and distributing and sharing and getting the likes and the comments, and becoming ambassadors themselves. When we have also the people as being the forces to be reckoned with, not necessarily relying to the traditional media to transfer the news, the information, but becoming themselves the people that make the stories. Right? There's many people with the power of technology and social media that became citizen journalists who post information about news that happen in their city faster than anyone else from the traditional media, because they happen to be there and they happen to have their smartphone in their pocket or a camera. So part of this class also is and some of the assignments is for you to create a new story, something newsworthy. So you'll be acting a little bit like news journalists, citizen journalists, with your use of technology and technological tools. You will put in the right content. Now, I will stop here. These are some points that you will read in a reading assignment that I have for you. Let me see. Yes, these are some questions that perhaps we don't have now the good sound to hear, but perhaps if I can show you this question. Now let me share again. I have a question for you. The question is, if convergence is the coming together of different media and devices and industries. Let's say nowadays we have a smartphone, okay? Here I have my smartphone where I can do so many things with. I can listen to music, I can record video, audio. Sometimes I can make, if I don't have my recorder with me, I can make I can record with this phone. I can do so many things. I can entertain myself, I can educate myself, I can speak with my family, I can speak with my friends, I can do so many things. So this is a phone, an MP3 player, a camera, a radio, whatnot, right? It can measure your heartbeat, so many things. Functions and functions upon functions. So this device has converged different media. It's a 5-in-1 or 10-in-1 device, right? So this is, in simple terms, what convergence means. So my question is, if you think now, try to imagine the future. In the future, what media do you think will be converge? You can think nowadays, in the near future. So what devices, what media forms do you think? Try to think for a moment yourselves, and you can discuss there with your table. What media you think that will merge with something else to make something new? Discuss a little bit there with the people in the table next to you. I want you to discuss. Any ideas?
Maybe.
Think about future trends.
Maybe holograms.
So hologram is one technology, but what media does it bring together? Is there already an existing media that is converging into that, or is it totally new technology?
I think it's conversion media because it can gather some medias together.
Okay, such as which media?
Like, video information, like other types of information, or chatting with each other. Why you can see not like a 2D video like we see in the screen right now, but like 3D hologram. So it looked like you could contact with the real people right here.
Yeah, I think it's a good point. It's just that it has some new technologies that hasn't existed before. So of course it can bring this big data and different technologies together. So video, audio, yes, plus some new technologies coming in together and building something new. Of course, also in the case of a smartphone, there's new technologies put together. What else? Holograms, yes. if you think about different media, if you think about radios or Spotify's or whatnot, how they will change, how we will listen to sound in the future. These are difficult questions. I know there's lots of science behind this. There's lots of I have met actually very interesting people scientists who work for technology companies. So I've met a few months ago a person who works for Intel, and all he does is to do this future research. So his job is to identify the trend in the future, so where society is going and how technology will be evolving, so that now when Intel is building something, because it takes for Intel, let's say, to build something, processor could be 5 to 10 years of development. So they cannot start now building something for 2025 with the knowledge that they have today, because the time 2025 will come, the product that they will bring to the market, it will be too old, it will be obsolete, it will be not useful anymore. Do you understand that?
Yes.
Yeah. So they hire these people who give them this insight of where are we heading to. Because if you think, for example, of very small USB stick, okay, if you remember the first USB sticks, how much capacity they had compared to today, it's a joke, right? So in very few years you can save gigabytes on a USB stick, but by those data at the time, 10 years ago, 15 years ago, that would be unheard of to have such a small USB stick with such big capacities. All right. Or the same thing that I don't know if you, very often they say that the power that we have on a mobile phone today is much stronger. So our mobiles that we hold in our hand are way stronger than that when NASA had the computer power to send people to the moon, right? So things are progressing so fast that it's perhaps beyond our comprehension. But I'm saying this so that you can get thinking a little bit. I know these are difficult questions, but just think that what is the future holding for us. So holograms is something that I would like to live in a hologram area with the HoloLens and my all my gadgets there. This is something that I would like to live in. I don't know, what would you think of that society? But now what I want you to do, I will stop here my presentation for today. This was some leftovers that we had from before. And what I want you to do is, everyone please go to Moodle. Does everyone have one computer, their own computer, class computer? Is somebody who does not have a computer? Does everyone have a computer available?
Yeah, looks like yes.
Davidas, everyone, look around you. Arvidas, you have? Ladies, gentlemen, everyone has, right?
Yes.
Gita? Or Gites?
I have two of them.
Yeah, but everyone has, right, from your classmates?
Yes.
Okay, very good. So let me go back to Moodle. I'll share my screen. Now you see, what I would like you to do is this. Here, where is it? Yeah. So in Moodle, under the topic Communication Theories, there is a PDF called The Cultural Logic of Media Convergence by Henry Jenkins. Henry Jenkins is, as you might have noticed in my presentation, one of the fathers of media convergence, who analyzed the phenomenon in depth. And 10 years ago, 10, 12 years ago. And I want you to open this PDF. So please go ahead, open this PDF. It's an article from 2004, that's 11 years ago. But yet, if you read this article today, it's very relevant. So, because we talk about future studies and futurologists and all these people that see the future for Intel and for big media and technology companies. So what I want you to do you see now the PDF on the screen?
Yes.
Yes, so I want you to read this PDF. Now, we'll have a class reading assignment, and what will happen afterwards, because we cannot discuss this article, I have a few questions, 5 questions that I have written down. So I will give you those questions in Moodle for you to answer. Okay? I will not reveal my questions first. I want you to read this article, and I will give you 45 minutes to read it. And then I will give you the time to answer to the question, so 40 minutes, okay?
Yeah, and maybe can we have a short 10 minutes break or 5 minutes?
Okay. Could we take the break now then?
Yes, yes, of course.
Let's take the break now, because sometimes I felt that we go straight. No, we don't go straight. We have to give a break, or is it too long to go? Yeah, let's have a break now, 10 minutes, okay?
Okay.
And then we will not start with a connection, or I can try to start it, of course, but then you just keep reading the article, and then we try afterwards to connect, and then I send you the questions in Moodle, okay?
Okay.
So 10 minutes break, and then come back in class and start reading the article, okay?
Okay.
Yep, see you.
See you.